Yeah, I thought you'd have fun with him because no one ever gives colorful characters, and I was like, you get a colorful character. Here you go. Here's a super
Yay.
colorful one whose
He's
hair
so
is
beautiful.
rainbow. He's so beautiful. He's so
He's so
weird.
gorgeous.
He's okay. So this anime is about like food and stuff, and you have to catch your food, and the food's really hard to catch. So his hair
Yes.
is like tastes and stuff. So every time like you're next to his hair, it's like he's licking your face. No one ever gives it was color. Just like he's such a weird character.
I am confused and not sure if I'm comfortable anymore.
Okay, so
Yeah.
His
so
hair is
even
in your
though
face.
even though I scheduled the stream,
Yes.
it seems to currently be streaming. So I'm just letting you know that we are now live.
Oh!
We are talking
It's
about
only
something
been
wholesome.
for 5 seconds. I'm catching you as it happened.
Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Welcome back to Locking's stream.
I'm so happy we got cut off before we continued talking about Toriko, which
Yeah,
I haven't watched in years.
I figured Casey to the rescue.
Yes.
I didn't know
indeed.
what you were about to say.
Yeah, it was a really weird scene, so it's a good thing like you cut me off because everyone would just be like, "What are you talking about?"
Or maybe more people will tune in because they're like, I want to hear the rest of the story.
Nah, man, nobody watches Toriko anymore. No offense to Toriko fans, but like it kind of died instantly.
All right, so I am posting the links, and then we will be drawing momentarily. I just have to post some links.
I enjoying my boy.
Okay.
Oh, I guess
in
we
the
have to introduce ourselves.
in the meanwhile, hello, it is me, CR Fahey, also known as Minx, also known as this tired bitch over here. Joined today by.
Oh, you use profanity.
This
Jess.
stream isn't intended for children.
Whatever. It's Jess. I'm Jess. Hi.
Hi, Jess. And
are you gonna say anything else, Jess?
No.
That's it?
Yeah,
No tagging?
no, I'm gonna be
Wow,
talking.
look at that. Hi, I'm Xiao. I go by ArtofXiao on most platforms, especially Instagram. You can follow me and give me validation there. ArtofXiao.
hi. How's everyone coping?
I'm fine.
Cool.
I'm also fine.
Cool.
I think I've hit the point where this is my life and I'm okay with it, and I'm just going through it day by day, drinking water, making art, and occasionally posting it. And of course, Animal Crossing: New Horizons.
The only
That's
thing
what
I
it sounds like.
miss. Only thing I miss is iced coffee. Only thing I miss is iced coffee.
I wanted froyo so bad yesterday. Like, I was lying in bed just like, I want to go to Pinkberry. I don't know why. I was just randomly craving it.
Oh my gosh. There are a lot of things that I'm craving, but I feel like I've eaten them enough that I also expect to gorge on it once I leave, but I also know what it's like. But when I see things that I haven't eaten, I'm just like, the chance. It's not
Right?
here.
Right?
Although I did have a very intense craving for shitty pizza recently, and I'm just like, I know it's across the street, but don't do it. It's not.
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
I got Joe's right next to me. I keep wanting pizza. I keep wanting it. I want it so bad. I want so much. But I don't have the money.
I just want iced coffee.
I went outside
just really want
the
iced
other
coffee.
day though. I went outside. I was dropping something off at the post office. It's frightening out there. Not because it's like Mad Max or anything, but because like you go outside and you're like, I don't want to be out here. I want to go back inside. I don't like this feeling because everybody is trying to get back inside as fast as possible. And then there's just crazy people. There was some crazy guy. Jess, I didn't tell you about this, I don't think. There was just this crazy guy when I was walking back from the post office. I heard yelling, and I look up, and there's this one holding up, like, shaking a little thing of pepper spray. She's got her mask on. She's shaking pepper spray. She's like, "Don't you come around me and spit! Don't you spit around me! You walk, you're crazy!" No, there was this old guy who was just walking back and forth on the sidewalk, like 7 feet in front of her, back and forth on the sidewalk, just spitting every 3 feet.
What?
Now, me before quarantine, like, you both know me, you both work with me. Me before quarantine, what would Casey do? Casey would go, "What the fuck are you doing?" And, like, stop and say something.
Exactly.
You want to know what I did instead? Because I've been trapped inside for a month. It's been a month.
Did you run away?
I ran away, and I was ashamed.
That's good.
I was like, you know what? She's got pepper spray. It's
no,
fine.
That's sensible, Casey.
It is.
Just so everyone knows, there's no shame in running away from pepper spray.
I was running away from both of them, honestly. Like, I was like, I can't tell which one of you is crazy.
You would walk up and be like, "I'm here to help," and she'd be like, "Be nuts!"
I know. When I walked by, I was sitting there like, I'm just going this way. I said it as quickly as possible because the only way down the sidewalk was between them. So I just bolted between them. I was like, I'm just going this way. That's literally all I said. I was like, I'm just going this way with my...
Why didn't you just go on the street?
Because there were cars there.
Why were there cars? Why are people outside? What is wrong with everyone?
It's storefronts, Jess. People are still getting delivery. It was in front of the grocery store.
Oh, okay. I don't know. There's not a lot of cars in my neighborhood right now.
You live in the suburbs of Queens.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Also, people have just been driving in their cars because they feel like that's
safe.
Safe.
It's a way to get outside without being exposed.
Yeah.
I used to do that in North Carolina. I would just drive when I didn't have anywhere to go. Sorry for interrupting you, Xiao.
No, it's okay. So the other thing I've been doing is just talking to people from OkCupid, and then feeling the despair of romance in your 20s is hard. But at least I can have good conversations and video chats with strangers. Very wholesome video chats, by the way. All right, this is not like for kids, so think of it as whatever you will. And I'm just like, what a time to still not know how to drive.
Yeah. I just want to be able to go outside without feeling like I'm not supposed to be outside. I could deal with only going outside, like I'll just only outside, nowhere else, as long as I can walk to the park and back, which technically we can. But when you're doing it with a mask on your face, there's something a little unsettling about that. Like, I was sitting there with, like, I kept reaching up and, like, using the back of my hand to adjust it because I don't have any paper clips to do that tightening trick. And it's, like, a loose cloth mask that someone sent me. And so I'm just sitting there, like, thinking to myself how to be more comfortable next time. Like, but what if there's not a next time? What if I just chicken out and going outside again and just do wait a whole week for a grocery order like I had to do earlier in the month? Because, like... There's no available times same day on Instacart. There's not. There's just not.
Yeah,
like I ordered it on Sunday to see if it were possible, thinking who's shopping on Sunday. Which is a stupid thought now because there's no such thing as times. But literally, they said you will get it before Saturday evening. I got it on Saturday noon. Like at the beginning of the week. Because it's supposed to be first possible point. There were no points before Saturday.
That's okay, at least. My friend did like a really big order and they kept changing the hour increments. Like it went from 6 to midnight and they kept texting her an update, and then it became...
Well, once they're already texting you, you should just be getting that immediately.
Yeah. It became 5 p.m. the next day because...
Wow.
It was from Target, like, not... Like, no hate because I'm sure, like, everyone else had the same idea, but it was just, like, wild how much of a time difference it became because of delays or busyness.
Yeah.
Because it is Yeah, Target's busy on a normal day anyway.
Yep. Oh, it's wild.
I really want to go to Japan right now, and
Jessica,
I'm like,
I swear
can't.
to God, I want to smack you.
Just no.
I want to smack you.
I really want to just. I don't want to go outside. I want to travel, and that's like I can't do that.
No, you can't.
I know, and I'm gonna hold it for a year, and it's terrible. It's just awful.
I've heard that Taiwan is the country doing really well. And I'm just sad because it's like, I want to go.
Yeah, it's just travel in general is like a no right now.
It's a big no
will be
right
for
now.
a year. Yeah, it's gonna be for like a year, no matter where you go. So I'm just like,
yeah,
that sucks. Because I could live without going outside, but like, we're getting older, guys. We gotta go see the world.
I honestly feel like it's nicer to see the world when you're a bit older. Because, I don't know, I guess I like stability. And
just feel like people aren't gonna like mug you or something if you're a little old lady. Like that would be the only thing I could think of.
Well, not old, but like 30s is the new 20s, maybe?
Is it?
A little bit?
I don't know.
Maybe?
I feel like I'm coming to my 20s late and they're almost over.
So yeah, 30s are the new 20s for you. And us.
I don't want to have to do this again. The 20s are hard enough.
Well, 20s as in like all the idealistic things that people think about when they say 20s.
How are we measuring this? How are we measuring this?
Is that disgruntled 30? Is that disgruntled 30-year-old?
This is disgruntled 27-year-old. Wish I had this. Jess, you want to know what's really bad? Is I kind of sitting here thinking, I wish I could get my voice. For some reason, I couldn't get my voice to sound like this last night when I wanted to, because it would have worked better for the character. But now it sounds exactly like what I was trying to sound like. Literally all night I'm sitting there thinking, this is why I shouldn't have switched back to regular Coke instead of Diet Coke, because I had that awesome vocal fry thing going on.
You sound exactly the same.
I do?
Yes.
Well, because my throat feels different. Should I be concerned?
Like Casey.
You sound exactly the same. I was sitting here drawing Tommy Pickles. Like, what are you talking about?
Why is Tommy Pickles relevant right now?
Because that's what I'm drawing.
That's her relevancy.
That's what like you made me stop drawing his hand. And I'm like, what? Tommy Pickles should always be relevant. He's not the best character, though. It's obviously Chucky. Oh, who's your favorite character in Rugrats?
Honestly, Phil and Dill's mom.
Oh, if we're talking about mom, yeah.
You didn't say which baby. You said which character.
All right, which baby?
Which baby? Yeah, it's Chucky.
Yeah. Mom, though. I like her, but I also like Chucky's mom, the one that, married in after the movie.
Oh, yeah,
I think her name was Kimiko.
Yeah,
Kimiko?
Yeah.
Was that her name?
I think.
Yeah. She was just, like, caring, and I feel like even though she also did not pay attention to Chucky, she still, like, paid slightly more attention to the children. Like, slightly. Very slightly. She just very slightly paid more attention to the children, in my opinion.
Slightly.
Right? Just an itty bitty bit. No one paid attention to the children. These guys really should not have had kids. No one paid attention. Absolutely no one.
Yeah, it was kind of. Yeah.
Like, a very fun show, but no one paid attention. Nobody. Rugrats the movies, like Child Protective Services, where were you? They legit thought they mailed a baby. They thought they mailed 5 babies. I think that was 5 of them, right? There was 5 of them at that point, right?
I believe. Shrug.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Anyway, no more Rugrats. Let's continue.
No more
to
Rugrats? Okay.
Do you want to continue with Rugrats? I feel like you had
don't
other
know.
topics.
I don't know. I'm just
Didn't
thinking...
you want to talk about shows we binged lately?
Yes, that was the next thing. Thank you,
Shows we
Jessica.
binged lately.
No, I got distracted because now I'm sitting here thinking I'm coughing a lot all of a sudden, and I went outside the other day.
Don't think about it. If it happens, it happens.
It's not real if I don't think about it.
That's been happening to my family too. I mean, no one got diagnosed, but I honestly feel like it has to do with if you're not sick, it's probably because your body's not used to all this.
Oh no, yeah, like
outdoorness.
immediately when I went outside, my nose started running because I haven't been outside in a month. Like
Well, you better go catch it.
It's pollen season too, so.
All right, Xiao, I'm gonna boot Jess from the chat. I hope we're okay with that. All right, so what have you guys been watching? I'm working on the last season of my rewatch of Community because I saw that Netflix just added it, I think, or re-added it.
Oh.
It just showed back up, and I started watching it again. It's good. It's funny. I've seen it twice already. I don't know why I'm watching it again, but I just really wanted to smile.
Well,
I have track case, so I was watching What's New Scooby-Doo because it's the perfect amount of nostalgia and I don't have to pay attention, but occasionally they'll have something good in the background. I also would probably watch Tiger King today just to figure out what's going on.
Just to see what is this madness?
Yeah, what is this madness? I don't want any spoilers or even hints. There was another show that I watched. It's called what's it called again? Kim's Convenience. It's just really nice because it's slice of life, but it's a Korean family in Canada, so Asian representation. And it has like, to me, an interesting amount of like parents being aware of queerness, but also not at the same time, but not as offensive as I feel like parents that I've seen who don't know anything about queerness or even denies that it exists.
Yeah.
But none of the main characters are queer, so that's also interesting too.
Well, that's disappointing.
I
mean, I'm sure it's a perfectly fine show that doesn't kill a show for me, but you started by talking about queerness and I got excited. Like, give me some of that shit.
I mean, I think in a way it's also kind of cool because like it's casually incorporated and it's not like token queer character kind of thing.
Oh, that's good.
So like one of the episodes, because the family owns a convenience store, the father's like, have a good day, miss. And then the person was like, oh, and then the daughter was like, Dad, you can't say that because the person, they go by they, them. And the person's like, oh yeah, I'm non-binary. And then the dad's like, oh, you was trans. And I'm like, oh my God. And then the daughter is like, Dad, you can't say that either. And they just like go on and on about it. And I'm just like, this is so fascinating. Wow.
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 I've just like never seen that done before with Asian characters. Or like a dad who was like he still has that, I don't really understand, but I'm trying to. Which I'm like, oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
Even if it's like, it's still really wrong.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I recommend the show because I like slice of life stuff, and I think it's fun.
Cool.
What else have you guys been watching?
Life is like a hurricane.
No.
Here in Duckburg.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
You guys are not watching DuckTales and you're missing out. Spoiler alerts ahead. Please mute me for the next like 10 to 30 seconds.
All right, Jess.
Goofy's there.
Yeah, dude.
Tailspin's there.
Dude, that is not enough time.
That was definitely enough time. Goofy came in.
Don't spoil it for me.
And Quack Pack. You're not watching it. I told you to watch it for months. Months. I get to spoil it. There's an expiration date on the no spoilers, and it done expired. This spoiler alert has been spoiled. Like, it's Casey, DuckTales. Ooh. Just watch it. Like every show you guys said, it's like, oh, it's cool. But DuckTales. I'm slamming my desk. DuckTales. Go watch it. Give it a shot. If you haven't been born in the 90s, then like you'll know what the 90s felt like with the latest 2 episodes. They had a commercial break. It was really funny. I'm calm. I'm done.
Are you done?
Continue.
Are you calm?
You okay now?
Yeah.
This is okay.
Yeah. Just watch DuckTales. So good.
And just so everyone know, I'm pouring water from a pitcher if you hear the sound.
Hey, Jess, who am I drawing?
You are drawing Vlad.
No.
Oh. Who's a lad?
Vlad is her favorite character from Danny Phantom.
It's almost everyone's favorite character from Danny Phantom. Best character in Danny Phantom. Undeniably.
All you have to say is Jess's favorite character, and I'll know what kind of character it is.
Yeah,
wow.
Right?
Wow.
You said it yourself.
Yeah, but he's everyone's favorite. Like, who doesn't like Vlad?
A few people. I found him mildly annoying. He was funny, but he was also more than mildly annoying.
I disagree with that, but you have the right to your own opinion. Gonna completely disagree with that. Not. Where was he ever annoying?
The fact that he reminded me exactly of somebody that I actually used to know in real life as far as the way he treated Danny's mom, so I'd like to not go there.
It was somebody that you used to know?
Now the song is in my head.
I damn it! Xiao, you ruined it. You had to lead into it. Still needed a second.
I'm sorry. You can lead into it.
You had to wait for her to say anything and then be like, but they didn't need to cut you off. Then you start breaking.
I don't actually know the words. Holy shit.
Wow.
I forgot the words.
Need your love. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody. But apart from that, there are a few shows going on. Haikyuu, of course, which is the fan favorite sports anime. Harley Quinn just started season 2. Highly recommend it. It's definitely like that CW art style, but it's nice to have some rated R humor, and just Bane's amazing. They give him the stupid voice, and he's so stupid, and it's great. It's great. Clayface having a British accent, I think it's hilarious. No real reason why he should. It's just like, yes, it's a great choice to make.
I am still behind.
It's of course you are. It's you.
Thanks, Jess.
Okay. Puppy?
Is there a pupper? I heard
It's one of my
pupper.
neighbor's dogs.
Aw.
You know we don't have dogs. Why are you guys acting like
crazy shit your family gets up to?
Yeah, they got a dog. That's exactly what they did. They got a dog during quarantine.
Maybe Chris got crazy and got lonely.
I mean, he's gone crazy. I don't want to say this loud, so scare me, but
You can
a couple of
type
days
it.
ago. No, I'll tell you
just
guys.
just type. No, dude, just type it in. Just type
No,
it in Discord.
it's hilarious. I need to
Alright.
say it.
Alright.
He got bored, so he cut his beard down the middle and just left it like that for 2 days. And he looked exactly like Craven from Spider-Man.
Oh wow.
It was just it actually looked really good. He should have kept it. I guess Craven doesn't have that mustache beard thing actually, but it seems like something he'd have. I think Tiger and Bunny had that exact one. It looked great. Like it could have been a thing. Just cut in half beard. Yeah, it's Tiger and Bunny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tiger and Bunny because Raven, it's just one lump.
Yeah, I think it's because my bro looks like Craven to me. He looks like he looks like he'd attack Spider-Man at any given moment. Yeah.
Okay, I don't think either of you are checking Discord because I tried to type it, but I need one of you to watch the chat.
Yes, Xiao.
Wow.
Huh?
Yes.
I'll go on YouTube then. I'm a grandma. Give me some slack. On my computer, so I don't do that weird voice thing.
Just mute the player.
Remember when I struggled last time? I don't think so.
Alright, then Jessica.
Yeah. What?
Remember when Xiao couldn't get the player to work?
I was trying to. Damn. Okay.
I'm done. I can do it.
Okay, first point. I don't think any of us have watched Kingdom. Second point. Let me read.
Alright, I'll let Jess do it.
What? Okay. I have also charred all of my popcorn, Pritchard. There's no popcorn in my house that has been microwaved perfectly. It is terrible. I'm happy you hit the mute button. And thank you. Yes, Vlad is in the... I'm just going to read all the good things he said about Vlad because there's no bad things about Vlad. That is all. She's just a great, stupid villain. I miss good, stupid villains. I don't think we have a lot.
I think people try to make better non-stupid villains.
No, I like stupid villains. What are you saying?
No, I say better as in they're supposed to be better, more developed characters. But I also miss stupid villains. They're just wholesome, you know?
Yeah. You Wander Over Yonder had Lord Hater, and I loved them. I love the characters that are dumb and you're just yeah, I can't wait for you to fail. Like Zurg. I love Zurg. Bring back Buzz Lightyear. Give me Zurg. I love Zurg. I love Zurg.
You want Saturday morning villains is what you want.
Yeah, I want Zurg specifically. I would do anything for Zurg.
Hey Jess, how tall is Rosemary?
5 foot.
Oh.
6? Let's see. I have to count the whole. Her horns are okay actually, because I know that Cheers is about 6 feet 5 inches due to his horns, but her horns are ram horns. Come on, I wrote you down. You are 5'7", so she's still tinier than all of you because you're all giants.
Yeah, we're all pretty much 6 feet something.
Yeah, why does everyone want to be tall in D&D?
Because I'm short in real life.
Yes. Yeah, see? He got it. Zurg. Zurg is the man. I love Zurg. Pritchard agrees. Zurg is great. You should draw Zerg, but you're not going to.
I'm not going to.
He's like robotic and stuff. I love Zerg's voice actor. I love how like flamboyant he was as a character. Like he was flaunting it. He had sass. He had the clapbacks. I loved him. He was great. And I love that he had like the teeth, you know, like he's a robot, but he had like the straight line teeth. I love when characters have that as a design. A lot of people call it the CalArt style, but Zerg did it first. Did it in the 90s. And also the color scheme.
Teeth, it was a visor.
Yeah. No, it's different.
That's not what people call CalArt style. What people call CalArt style is the amalgamation of all of the different characters that have that little lima bean shaped face, the big eyes, and those teeth. So Steven Universe, Gumball, all of those. However,
but the teeth
I will say that a trend in what is visually appealing at the time does not equate to everybody coming from the same programs doing the same thing. Some of them maybe did, some of them did not.
Okay. Getting real.
There's a beef about CalArt style that I don't want to touch today.
I mean, I don't
Zerg
really care.
in Buzz Lightyear era animation was not CalArt style.
No, the teeth I'm specifically talking about. Because that's not really a visor. A visor doesn't go on your teeth. It goes on your, you know.
That was a helmet, Jess. Those teeth were that grate or whatever. It wasn't an actual mouth.
No, it was his mouth. I disagree. I know that it's factually true, but I disagree. That was his face. That was his teeth. You're right.
The sky is blue. I say it's orange today.
It was definitely his like robot mouth.
It was the robot mouth, but it was like a Darth Vader thing.
Yeah, I know.
That
but
was his whole
don't care because
he was Darth Vader.
He was better though because he's purple and red and yellow, just all the good colors.
First of all, no one is better than James Earl Jones.
Zerg is purple. That's instantly a step up. I feel like if you are a supervillain wearing purple and pink and just what's this guy's name from Marvel? He's so bougie. He's Baron von something. Is Baron von Stryker? Nope, that's a different one. He's a Baron though. Marvel, Baron. It's Zemo, there it is. Zemo. Number one, terrible name. I love it. But Baron Zemo, old school costume. That's a villain right there. He comes in with his patches of fur, gold everywhere, and pink and purple. And I'm just like, you know, I like this. I like this villain. He is so confident in himself. Look at that. Look at that villain. He looks stupid, but he's just like, I am going to rule the world. And I'm like, yes, you do you. I trust that you can do this because you look stupid, but you're so confident. So confident.
Artwork currently on screen that I'm using for reference was done by JGlinski. just interrupting you there for a moment to say that.
Nobody wants to talk about Zemo anyway. Zemo looks really dumb, guys. Like, I don't think you appreciate it. He's pink, he's purple, he's magenta, he's got fur and gold. Like,
I'm over here drawing a tiefling, and you're talking about stuff I don't know anything about.
Aw, I'm sorry about that. I'm very passionate. I'm a passionate person.
Did you intentionally make this character have like I'm trying to read your design here. Is this just the way you were drawing it aesthetically wise, or does she actually have giant breasts?
So she has pretty big boobs, but
okay, I just needed to know that because if I'm translating design, I want to do it right.
Yeah, they definitely are a bit bigger because I put her armor under her as opposed to over, so that she's not as scary. That's why her tail is under her dress, because she doesn't want to be scary. She's a sweet little
Aw.
baby girl. Yeah, she's a baby girl. She's
Cute.
she's so sweet. Every time I play her though, she changes slightly. Like the first time I played her,
She was a
I'm gonna
bitch.
curse. She was a bitch.
She was a
But that was
bitch.
because they didn't let me play. The second time I played her, she turned out extremely naive because of what Casey's character let her do. And I was just like, oh, okay.
I've never seen a centaur before. Should I go say something? Meanwhile, my character's like, oh yeah, no, go ahead. Oh, this isn't gonna go bad at all. Has popcorn.
I had nothing planned. So I was just like, hey, you're a centaur. Cool.
If you're going
I
to
had
ask
nothing.
somebody who is, you knew this going in. The character's backstory, she should have known this going in, but she's too pure. Who is a chaotic as fuck character. Don't take anything they say seriously.
I mean, I believed you because my character is an angel, and she
She's
will
too
believe
pure
you.
for this world.
Yes, it's fun playing pure for this world characters.
It kind of is. It kind of is. I won't
Yeah,
lie about that.
it's not fun when they're close to death because everyone wants to kill them, and I'm like, hey, how about you guys take it easy on the pure for the? She literally like not try to kill you.
Why
She
would
won't.
people want to kill a pure for this world character? I tend to want to go sociopath on on the characters who are being a pain in the ass otherwise. Although I have to say, you kinda we almost died and it was your fault.
Well, excuse me.
I'm sorry. It was her fault.
I want to say that it was not my fault. I saw someone who needed help.
You're too nice.
I saw someone who needed help, and like I had to help. It's actually like not the dumbest thing I've done in a campaign before, so it's not bad.
Oh no, we know the dumbest thing you did.
Do you though? You don't.
I don't.
No.
How many hours have you relayed to me that I don't know?
Okay, did I tell you when we were in a cave?
Was it
and
the
we were
big
looking
glowing thing that you shouldn't have touched?
Nope, not that.
Oh.
Not that. I've done something dumber.
How?
We were in a cave and our quest was to destroy a monster. So what we did was when we were in the cave looking for the monster and it took more than 20 minutes, my character said, hey guys, there's only one entrance to this cave and we're standing in it, right? And they're like, yes. Behind me is a circular room. In front of us is the rest of the cave, right? And they're like, yes. Well, I'm going to go in the center of this circular room, and being a bard, I have an accordion and thaumaturgy.
So it was
what
still the same character who touched the thing he shouldn't have touched that did the dumbest thing.
One. Yes, yeah. So I said, I'm going to go in the center of the room. You guys tie a rope. You're going to trip the monster. It's going to knock down, and you're going to attack it. But I'm going to stay in the center of the room, play my accordion badly, as loudly as possible, and have the monster attack me.
That's already an unbearable sound when you're playing it right. Do you have a picture of the amulet that she wears that I can use?
No, it's under her thing.
Okay.
It's not something, yeah. I was going to have it be the beads, but then I'm like, oh, the beads are probably going to just become like beads of healing or nutrition.
I kind of read them as like extended rosary beads.
Yeah, you could read them as
such. But you don't wear a rosary.
I do not.
No, I mean, you're not supposed to wear a rosary.
Yes, it's not a thing here.
No.
She does have threads tied to her wrist under her dress, like under her sleeves, but I didn't feel it necessary to like show them. I did show like that she has lace on. She has the thread tied around her tail and stuff because of her god. But yes, that is her. That is she. She's a good girl. She's such a good girl. She was such a bad boy playing the accordion. By the way, the monster didn't come because the monster was deaf. But that made me really upset because had it happened, we'd have been screwed. Because it wasn't a single monster. It was a swarm.
Oh.
So that would have been the dumbest thing I've done in D&D, is willingly attract monsters. If I hadn't died, then I would have done it to a bunch of Ankeg, which are basically the giant worms from Tremor.
Those freaking
Then
dune
we would have
worms?
died. Yeah. Thank God I died. Or else my whole team would have died, because I would have done the same thing. Been like, it's 20 minutes. Can't wait any longer. Need a fight. Here we go.
Like,
And
well,
the
it didn't
worst,
work last time. I learned no lesson. Let's do it again.
yeah. The worst thing is that my team is totally cool with it. They're just like, yeah, sure, do it. Like, not even teaching me it.
Well, you're kind of like a little band of
misfits.
I was gonna say dumbasses, but in an affectionate way.
No, we're so smart. We're so smart. We're so styling right now. I got like a gold chain on me with a fur coat.
Of course you do.
Yeah. We're so styling. The fur coat's organic. We grew it because druids can grow fur. So it's cruelty free. Yeah.
That's actually incredibly...
It's not animal. That's cruelty.
Weirdly useful skill there.
Yes. The druids can grow fur out of walls and stuff. We're just like, cool.
That's wow.
I'm very confused on druids though, guys. Because they can't, so they talk to like plants and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And then they don't eat animals because it's wrong to eat animals. But if you talk to plants, aren't plants like animals? Like, what are you supposed to eat at that point?
Air.
I think communing with nature is different than a plant actually having words to say. I don't know how your DM is playing it, but that's the way I would interpret it. Also,
I don't know. Every match I see people
is eat it or die.
Eat it or die?
Eat it or die.
Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Am I not? Because I, as my character, I'm like, I'm still eating meat, man. My character likes meat. He likes it. I still want to turn into a hyena though, because I think it's so annoying.
Yes.
Like, oh, what are you turning into, a wolf? No, a hyena.
Yeah, my first ever online membership that wasn't Gaia Online was on the Lion King fan art archives, because it was the only art site that my school didn't have blocked. So I became quite into that little world for let's just go ahead and be honest, it was 2 years. Hyena people are incredibly irritating. I say this as somebody who had a decent size amount of hyena OCs myself. I never put them online because hyena people also got hella harassed for some reason. Because the site was populated by 13-year-olds. But, yes.
Okay. Pritchard, you're saying that they eat mushrooms. I gotta say, I don't think that's correct, though, because there are definitely mushroom druids. They're like spore druids.
Also, mushroom is still a plant.
Yeah.
So they should never eat mushrooms because that's cannibalism?
I don't, because some of them get their power from it. I don't understand druids. I don't like druids. I'm part druid, and I'm just like, I don't like it.
I mean, if you get your power from it, you're not like eating it. You're probably just like borrowing energy.
I don't know, man. I don't know. These are why I asked the questions.
These are good questions to ask.
How's she looking, Jess?
Add more foof. She needs more foof.
Alright, what level of foof do you see?
Foofy.
Foof in the hair?
Yes, more foof.
Alright, so I gotta foof her upwards a bit. She foofy.
Foofy.
Foofy! My foofy boy is right behind me. Huh?
To watch the live stream? Should I tell this dude to watch the live stream?
Which dude?
A dude that I met online.
You can, like, yeah, you're welcome to share the link.
Cool.
It's a YouTube video. Always feel free.
It's a public video.
Oh, I see what you're doing now. I finally opened up my computer. More floof!
Woof woof.
Before it was just
Were you just
copying.
joining the bandwagon?
Yes.
Woof woof is fun to say.
It is fun to say.
Yeah.
That's why I like drawing it too, though. I love drawing foof. All the foof. I made her dress. I don't know if you've noticed, very Polish. I was looking at Polish outfits and stuff. That's actually where the beads came from, because typical Polish outfits have them. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna play a. Oh yeah, but the colors are not Polish at all. The Polish
everybody's
outfit.
like, meanwhile, you're getting on me about the name that I picked just because I went with an Irish name.
Hey, names are different. Do you have to be like, oh my god, is this dress Polish? No. But do you have to say Shorsha all the time and everyone's like, Shorshia? No.
Oh, like, if you look up a pronunciation guide, I will post a pronunciation guide. There is an 18-second YouTube video that just says the name over and over again.
It's
but you know what?
What?
She definitely spelled her name wrong.
Yes, I did. I forgot the A.
Exactly.
Because I was thinking Siobhan at the time when I was typing the other name.
Yeah. My names are easy. So far, my name's Grogar, Shears, Rosemary. Super simple. Beastly in a one shot. All these super simple names so that when you're in danger, you could just be like, oh my god, help me.
Oh my gosh, Maniacal Toaster says, Druids eat babies then.
That's a no.
Babies are animals too.
Yeah, I like simple names. I feel like if you can quickly scream it, that's a good name.
That's true. You want to have like the kind of fan art where people are just screaming each other's name.
You don't. It's not for the fan art. It's for the fact that like I'm dying. Please heal me. Single syllable person.
That too.
Please help.
Help, please.
And they might. Personally, I could still have like I'm cool with players having the hard names, but I would like NPCs not to have hard names because then I have like a list of names. I once had gone to like a gnome kingdom and one of their names was like Fiddlesticks and Dibble Dab, and I'm like, I can't remember which is which.
That's
Why
adorable.
No,
you're right. They both have that. They both have that something that's like, who are you again?
At some point, your characters are just like, I'm gonna mispronounce everyone's name. This is my character trait. I try not to, though. I do like to respect the NPCs. I try to respect the NPCs. Try. Keyword, try. Not successful, but I try. Some of them just don't appreciate it, you know?
Yes, I know. I know. We learned.
Yes.
We learned. We learned last night.
Yeah. Like, oh, you wanna help? Get out of here.
You! Jess, input?
Yes.
I drew the boy. It's the good pure
Input Control
boy.
C.
You did it.
I did it.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, you didn't do the scene we were talking about, though.
I'm getting there. I'm starting with this, and then I'm gonna do other scenes. I wanted to get, like, an idea for how I would draw them down first, because that's hard. And then I can do more scenes.
Wait, you can't... Don't forget his notebook that he talks with.
I won't forget the notebook.
Okay, because he can't talk otherwise.
It's such...
In case you haven't noticed, this is still very rough.
Yes.
It's got that character design charm with the rough line.
Thank you.
Got that rustic hospitality. That was a D&D joke. It was a bad D&D joke. I'm sorry. I've been stuck indoors.
I've spent all of last night watching like how to design characters better from a creator's perspective, and I'm just like, oh, you guys all kind of draw the same, and I love it.
Hot mess that slowly becomes something recognizable.
It wasn't like cow art style. It's just like that very distinctive visual development and character designer style. Like they still look like different artists, but I'm just like, whoa. Oh, by the way, the channel is BAM Animation if you guys ever want to check it out. You guys and everyone else.
Yeah.
I felt like I learned so much from a 30-minute video. More than at school. Well, that's not. I don't want to offend my professors that way, but like, there were just some things that I'm like, I could have been told that. Like there was
that would have been nice to know.
Yeah, because I'm really bad at values. So if you ever want to check your values in Photoshop or even Clip Studio, you do your drawing, make a new layer, fill that layer with white, and then set it to color for the layer blending mode, and it'll show you the grayscale edition, and you can toggle that with the eye visibility, and you'll see like how balanced your values are, or if there's enough contrast. And I'm like, I could have used that 5 years ago instead of making a grayscale version, checking it and tearing it, and then saving a new grayscale version.
See, for me, my number one thing is I want to know how to get that nice, consistent line art in Animate. And everyone's like, oh, this is how you do it. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong because it doesn't work for me. I'm pushing all the buttons correctly, but it's just not happening, fam. I think it's also like the problem is like I'm connected to multiple tablets and my computer's just like not able to read it correctly.
Yeah, you've got like a hell setup going on over there.
Mine?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Your setup frightens me.
Why? Why does it frighten you, Casey?
There's so many screens.
Yes, there is. Do you know how many screens I can have? Like maximum screens?
What?
Do I want
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Why?
That's so many computer.
Why would you
I can do it. I don't need it, but I can have it if I want to.
I do have a friend who he's a gamer, but when I last visited, he upgraded his multiple screens to just like this one giant vertical flat screen TV screen.
No.
Vertical. And I'm like, I am uncomfortable with this. But he's also a really tall guy, so I'm like, maybe it works because you're tall.
No, it's stupid. I've seen that one. I've been to the stores. It's stupid. I'm sorry. I think it's stupid. That's a personal opinion. It's not really stupid, but I think it looks.
I think it's like for him, it works for what he needs. But like for an artist, I would feel like that's painful. I really think that my display tablet is like a little big, but I have a small desk. Never had a big desk before. I want a big desk.
I want a real desk with a chair that sits level, because I tried to sit on the couch. Not on the couch. I've been working on the couch for like 3 weeks, just sitting on the couch drawing, because it's comfortable and I have a blanket. But I was sitting there like, oh, I'm going to be an adult this week. Moves everything back over to my, I have one of those drafting desks that I leave folded down to use as like a desk. As soon as I sit down on my chair, within 30 minutes, if that, my upper back was killing me. And it's because my floor isn't level and my chair keeps rolling away. So I'm sitting like hella awkward.
You do have a good chair.
Yeah. My chair is shit.
Oh.
I got a cheap ass chair 3 years ago and it's not great. But now I'm sitting on the couch. And the couch, I don't know how, but I don't have back pain if I sit just right.
Oh.
I don't know what I did. Maybe. Like whenever I start feeling uncomfortable, I add an extra pillow, but behind my head or under my back. Like I just roll one of my flatter bed pillows, or I prop my legs up. What I want a lazy boy. I want a living room big enough to stick a lazy boy in.
I used to have a lazy boy.
We used to have well, it was my mom's, but I used to sit in it.
Oh my gosh. I had to look it up because I forgot what they looked like. Yes. Oh, yes. If they came in cuter colors, I would want one too. I think I visited my friend in Long Island, and I was like, broken when she said pull this and lean back, and then a thingy popped out. I'm like,
Yes.
footstool and reclining abilities have been unlocked. Weirdly enough, I've never like really liked sofas until I visited other people's houses, and I'm like, superior sofas.
Okay, Pritchard also says that he is having the back pain.
It's going around.
Yeah, it's the leaning or just like the lack of back support. But I also don't get how back support like those gamer chairs will help because I think we all just need corsets. Corsets or back braces.
Back
I don't know.
braces,
I
maybe?
sometimes get back pain, but it's mostly like I just can't like I feel like breathing hurts for a while, but it goes away.
That's not good.
Corsets? Or
No.
Well, no, of course it's aren't.
Sitting
good.
down. We're all good.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Figuring out snout structure is weirdly hard for me right now. Here we go. That's better.
Oh, if it's like breathing, is it because of the air dryness or what's up?
No, it's like the chair. Like sitting down for a long period of time. Because when I sit down for a long period of time, it's a long period of time. I'm talking like 20 hours or something.
That's not good,
I know
Jess.
you
gotta.
I know you just. So I'm sure it's like a 20+ hour and not like I sat down for 2 hours in a row.
No, it's fine. Like I move my legs and stuff. I stand up for a second and then I go down. Get the blood flowing again.
You have to like time yourself, or like what I do lately is I just bring like 4 to 8 cups of water in a giant mason jar, and I make sure that I suck that stuff down so that I have to go to the bathroom and remember to take breaks that way.
Yeah, my cold window helps with that because it's like, hey, you got to close me. I'm like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, you have to either set timers or set motivations to get up.
I just get restless and need to move.
That's good. Casey, hustle.
I think we were also going to talk about our favorite fantasies, like fantasy stories growing up. So I was thinking about Aragon the other day.
Oh yeah, Aragon. I remember reading book 1. I never got into too much, I feel.
Yeah, I read the first 3. I read 3 of the 4 books. I would consider it a good introductory fantasy, but I can't ever reread it because whenever I try, I'm like, this is Star Wars Lord of the Rings fan fiction, which it was because he was 19. But yeah. It was all right though. I think people bag on it a little too hard. Jess, it can also be a TV show since we know you read all of 1 book.
Excuse me?
Count of Monte Cristo is the only book you ever talk about.
I mean, yeah, it's the
Subject
greatest
of
book
book.
ever.
Count of Monte Cristo is my favorite. Can you name a second book? No! Transformers?
Okay. Do you want a book with words that I read growing up?
Yeah.
Cirque du Freak.
Okay, that's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, I've read a book. It's just, none of them are very good, Like, I went to school and they're like, hey, here's the library. You got to pick from here. And it's like, oh, okay. I read, like, literally every book from that history series that everyone read as a child. The one that, like, had the picture the character in the front, and you would just like read their live, and it was kind of just like that was my only option.
A biography?
No, it was like it wasn't. I don't think they were actual biographies. I think they were like fictional biographies. It was just like a series of them, though.
Huh.
Can you describe it more?
Can you find an example?
I'm looking for it.
Cool. Because I'm like, I used to work in a bookstore and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, this was a '90s thing. They definitely stopped after
Jess,
we were
how
kids.
old am I?
Yeah, apparently you don't know about '90s books.
We sold old books. We sold classics. We sold 1800s books, ma'am.
Yeah, kids didn't read that.
I liked them. Ish. Like, if it's fairy tales, I would read all of it and then be like, huh, that's messed up, but cool.
I remember, I think I tried to read all of the books in my library. I was like, I'm going to start at the top left of the stacks was the A because it had just the external wall. I was like, I'm going to start here and read them all. I got through 2 shelves because I started in high school, so of course it took me, I didn't get very far, but I got through 2 shelves before I gave up because I'm like, I'm tired of reading, who was it, Avi, that one author that wrote so much and it's just like the 3-letter name. They wrote some pretty like big titles. I just can't remember any of them. I just remember I got bored of reading their stuff.
I read A Child Called It. I read... Yeah, everyone had to do that. I read Holes because the movie came out.
I saw the movie.
I don't think I read Holes, but I think I read Holes by my teacher in 5th grade, and it was really good.
Oh my god, I can't find it.
I just remembered there was like a series of books where they would exaggerate the characters a lot by caricatures, but they were real historical figures.
Who was Albert Einstein? Who was Anne Frank?
Oh,
that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I love that series. It was so good. Or like, if you lived in the time of this person, that series. So my friend suggested that it might have been the Moody books. I'll share.
Let me see.
I really like those books too, but I read them as an adult because as a kid I just liked the cover.
No, this wasn't. Oh wait, no, this was it. Yes, Dear America. That was a series. It was Dear America.
I do not remember that, but it sounds like one of the things that would have been an inspiration for the Liberty Heroes or whatever on PBS.
No, they were all different time periods and stuff.
Cool.
So like you'd have one. I think this might actually be the one. No, this isn't the one I'm thinking of, but there was like multiple ones. So one of them was like a girl traveling to the gold rush with her family, and like realizing that like, yeah, there's not really much gold here. We might die. And
that's depressing.
And yeah, one of them was the Great Depression. One of them was like going to America, immigration. It was like they were all completely different, which was nice. But yeah, they weren't like happy most of the time, which was interesting. But yeah, as a child, I read some Goosebumps. I read some Pet Story, like the Pet Sitting series that you got from Scholastics. I read that. But yeah, Cirque du Freak was my childhood series. I read it in like hours versus days. It was my favorite series growing up. The movie was terrible. Cirque du Freak? Yeah, the vampire series.
Pet Sitter series?
That was one of them. That was not my jam. I kind of just got it because you got a free toy every time you got the book.
Oh, I've never heard of that series. I know the Babysitter's Club.
I read Thoroughbred, Saddle Club, Warriors, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. All of the dinosaur books my school carried. They hid them in the corner because we were a very religious zone.
I see.
I read too much to actually list. I was reading the I was legit like 6 years old when the Harry Potter books started coming out, and it was just all obsession from there. My aunt, like in the first round of releases in America, my aunt bought me the first book, and I'm reading it and having to put it down for a couple of days because the Dark Forest scene scared 6-year-old me. So I hid it under my bed for a couple of days before I finished reading it.
I like how everyone knew it was Dear America except for me. I went to the chat right now. Everyone, Dear America. I'm like, ah, damn.
I didn't read historical books. Like, I can actually list the historical books that I read off the top of my head. I remember I read the Franklin Douglas book, and then some modern nonfiction.
But Casey, didn't you read Cirque du Freak?
Actually didn't. That's the series. That's one of the series that I actually didn't get to. I read a few others, but I didn't get to Cirque du Freak.
Okay, so let me get into Cirque du Freak with you.
But I didn't get to read it, and then I confused it with Cirque du Soleil, which are different, I imagine. Please explain.
So Cirque du Freak was a cool series for us growing up. I don't know how well it translates to us into adults. The series followed a character named Darren. So Darren and his friend Leonard were in like a regular kind of like rural town, you know, nothing special, kind of like your regular setting. Leonard was the bad boy friend who always made Darren do like stupid things because he could. But he wasn't like a bully. He was just like a bad friend, bad influence. One day he comes up. Yes. Troubled. He has no reason to be troubled. He has a loving family and everything.
Oh, in the movie they implied he was troubled with a capital T.
No, he was fine.
Well, that makes me see it in a whole different light.
So he goes, Darren, yo, listen, there's a freak show coming into town. We should totally go see it. And Darren's like, yeah, I guess. Cool. So they go to see this freak show. In this freak show, you meet all the freaks in it, which is like Evan, the snake boy. There is a tall man, who was Mr. Tall, who was described as like this really creepy looking dude, and they did not translate that into the movie.
No, they just I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
They also had these creatures that they uncreatively named the little people because they were little people, but they were scary as hell. Like they had no noses. Their teeth were just like sharp blade, and they were just like disgustingly uneven. Their eyes had no eyelids and were just like saucers, white milky saucers. And I was like, oh, this is so creepy. Their nails were so sharp that they can cut you, and they could not speak at all. Like they had no vocal cords. And I was just like, wow, this is cool. I like this. I like this a lot. They go and then they meet Mr. Crepsley, who is performing with his magic spider, who was Madam something. I do not remember everything. It was like at least 10 to 20 years ago. So the magic
Madam
spider, was that her name?
I think.
Wow, they were very uncreative with all these names.
It was a kid's book.
It wasn't, though. It was young teens.
Oh.
Yeah, I was reading it as a kid because I was bored. And I liked horror, and horror wasn't scary anymore. So Madame Octa's performing, and they show her attacking a ram, and she kills the ram. She bites it. It's just on the floor dying, right? Because it's a poisonous spider. But it was really cool, and it could dance if you perform correctly to it. Leonard decides, hey, man, I want that spider. I'm going to steal it. And Darren's like, I don't think you should do that. And he's like, no, I'm going to steal the spider.
All right, well, that's already better than the movie, because in the movie, you're like, Darren, why the fuck are you stealing the spider?
Yeah, no, he was coaxed into it by Leonard. Do it. So he does it, right? And he gets the spider, and they also hint at the fact that Mr. Crepsley is a vampire at this point, which is important later on. So
You mean it's
he
important
takes
that
this.
there's a vampire in the Vampire's Apprentice?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, Leonard is the first one to figure out that Mr. Krebsley's a vampire. Really, like they don't really explain how quickly he gets. Like he kind of sees some things that makes him think he's a vampire, but not enough, boy. He wasn't like drinking someone's blood, from what I recall.
Actually though, I will have to throw out that I could, depending on how old the characters were, I could believe it, because when I was in, oh god, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this. When I was in elementary school, one of my classmates whole ham believed. She believed that her next door neighbors were vampires because they painted their house pink, which was like blood but light. They only mowed their lawn at night. And she barely ever saw them.
Yeah, but those are people you know for a while.
No. 5 years later, their homeschooled sons finally start school, and that was my first boyfriend.
Ah.
The funniest damn thing, though, was when I realized, wait, this chick's vampire neighbors were these guys? Come on. But she deadass believed, like, no one could tell her otherwise, that her neighbors were vampires. It was the funniest thing.
It's so funny.
Like, I'd almost give it to mowing your lawn at night, but if you lived in the South when it is mowing your lawn seasons, it is hot as Africa down there. You don't want to mow your lawn in the middle of the day. If you don't get that done before 8:30 in the morning, you're just not doing it. Well, you could be if you had a riding lawnmower, but I would not be doing it. I would refuse because you get heat stroke. My grandpa would get heat stroke on a regular basis from just being in his yard.
So somehow he found out that this guy was a vampire.
Yeah.
This is definitely different. Like he was just like, I got you. You have no reflection. Like it was just.
But that actually would make more sense to believe somebody's a vampire.
It was really weird. Like he figured it out so randomly, from what I remember. But that's just my memory. I could be wrong. I don't want to quote this book and like misquote it. But we continue on with this journey. Of course, the spider bites. Yeah, there's so many vampires. Oh, that was sarcasm. Sarcasm doesn't read in comments. So
he said exactly the thing that I said.
So the spider obviously bites Leonard, and Leonard starts dying. Darren panics and runs to Mr. Krebsley, and he's like, yo, my friend's dying. And Mr. Krebsley's like, yo, serves you right. You stole my spider. What do you think is going to happen? And he's like, bro, you got to save him. And he's like, I really don't have to save him. You stole my spider. What did you think was going to happen? And he's like, man, I'll do anything. He's like, anything? He's like, yeah, anything. All right, I'm turning you into a vampire because I'm actually a vampire. And you're going to be my apprentice. And Darren's like, I don't really know about this, boss. And he's like, all right, your friend's dead then. He's like, all right, man, guess I'm a vampire now. And they actually did have like a nice scene where Darren does discover that he cannot live with his family anymore, being a vampire. The movie didn't do none of that. He discovered that he could not be himself anymore because when they were playing soccer, a kid fell down and like his leg was cut, and Darren wanted to eat him, and he's like, I can't stay in this town no more. So he faked his own death, and I thought it was really funny because when he faked his own death, Mr. Krebsley buried him. And the whole time while he was buried, he was not supposed to like breathe or anything. But Mr. Krebsley specifically made it so that he'd wake up and panic before he would, unearth him. And it was just a scene where he was like, I got you. You thought you were gonna die for realsies. And I was like, wow, what an asshole.
Yeah.
Like he just faked his own death to save his family. And you do that. Eventually Leonard does find out that Darren is a vampire. And he gets really peeved because he's like, I was supposed to be a vampire, not you. I'm the one who figured everything out. And he's like, well, I don't want to be a vampire. I have to. And he's like, no, you wanted this. Now I'm going to become an evil vampire, a vampanese. And I'm going to kill you. Grr. And it was just really cool when I was a kid. But actually, like, if you description, the vampanese look really dumb. So
what do they look like?
They were like purple skin with red eyes and red fingertips, and it was really lame. It was really, really lame.
I mean, but they made more sense to be something different than the movie made it.
Well, the movie tried to make them
look like scary.
Them. No, the movie actually made them towards what the book said, which is worse.
But they weren't purple.
The vampanese, that's the evil ones. I'm pretty sure they made them purple.
No, they were not purple in the movie. I remember because all I've seen is the movie, and in the movie I'm sitting there looking at it like, is this supposed to be something different? They have sharp nails and that's it. But so does the other guy.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah. The funniest thing though is everyone who read the book and we all saw the guy who played Gravener Pearl, who's like a side character who becomes a main character. We saw him. We're like, what did you do? He doesn't look like he's supposed to. And I'm like, bro's supposed to look like the main character from Wolf's Rain, right? And everyone's like, yeah, that's who he's supposed to look like. That's who we all pictured him as. And they went completely different. I think maybe it was close. There's like this really hot gruff guy from Wolf's Rain, and that's what we expected this one character to look like, and they made him not look like Gravener Pearl.
Tell me what their role in the story was. Like, where are they in the movie?
Oh, in the movie, they literally just popped in for one scene because he develops as a bigger character, but not in book one.
But what scene? I'm asking you, which character?
He literally was just in a scene to say like hi. That was it.
To
it was literally just like one word. Just one word. But he had like, it was this really gaunt guy with like really big violet lips. Like he definitely had lipstick on. It was not natural. It was just weird. It was just bad. Everything was bad. The movie was just bad. They didn't get a single scene correct. Okay?
Okay.
Just read the book. Just read the book. Even like everything. It's insane. Just insane. I don't even think the spider was the right color. It was all wrong. Darren's age was wrong. Everything was wrong.
Yeah.
This was a horror book, and they made like thing basically a comedy. It was.
That's the greatest sarcasm.
The book sounds hilarious. No, it's not supposed to be funny. It's good. It's good. They kill people. There's like the best thing was the Trial of Death. I think that was it. The Trial of Death, because Tunnels of Blood was the third one. So Trial of Death was the best book because Darren had to take trials to prove that he's a good vampire because he's a half vampire, so he had to prove himself. And they were just like gory tests, and I was like, yeah. Like there's this one scene where like it describes how he gets stabbed by a stalagmite or whatever, and it's just like super graphic on like how it's he has to like use fire to mend the wound real quick because he has to continue with the contest. And I was just like, yeah, I'm in third grade and reading this. Yeah. It was so good. My teachers were just like, they're reading a book. It's fine. And I'm like, I really shouldn't be reading this at my age.
Yeah, I think I started reading there was this adult fantasy called The Crystal Caverns.
Oh.
That was about it was King Arthur myth, but it was about Merlin's life. It was not safe for children, but I read it.
Oops.
It's the one
Did
book
you like it?
It was all right. It was the one book my stepdad tried to confiscate that he was probably correct about.
I read the book and I liked it. That's all I got, man.
Big move.
Too busy trying to write a love song for a fictional character in my D&D match.
Of course you are.
I'm
looking up like, tutorials for Clip Studio, and I'm learning so much. I was getting a real itch for my ex Photoshop again. Because I'm like, I can't figure out these stupid things.
And they're like, baby, come back.
But then the truth is I just need to learn more. And can't expect the new program in your life to be like your ex. They have different qualities.
I guess so.
So.
Sorry, I was just sitting there thinking of lyrics to the rest of the way that song would go.
That sounds fun. What are the actual lyrics?
I read a book and I liked it.
Oh, the lyrics to what I was singing? I was making a joke about Photoshop.
Oh, I thought we were continuing. I read a book and I liked it.
No, I was joking about Xiao sitting there like, I missed my ex Photoshop. And I'm sitting there like, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I just couldn't afford that subscription.
Nah, you're wrong. I just gotta say that. Because you missed a key line that you could have said.
What?
Which is, baby, come back. I missed that EXE. Simple and ran for free.
I don't know. I don't use that.
What's EXE?
EXE is, what? Oh my god, guys, I'm about to sleep all of you.
I know it's an extension, but I don't know what it stands for.
It's when you have a program. So like if you want to download Photoshop, it would be photoshop.exe. God.
That's on Windows. And it's in black, so it's DMG.
It would still have rhymed, you guys.
I was talking about specifically trying to make it match the spirit of the lyrics, which is, you know what, I give up, I don't care.
It's fine.
Every time I hear you guys like make a technical error, I feel so sad. Because one of you is older than me and one of you is younger.
Out here in the wild on my own.
Ma'am, I also had to learn this on my own, and besides, this is why I'm not a graphic designer and I have no office job.
On my own.
Just break into limits.
Oh god.
Jess, it's the boy.
Yes. Oh my god. I love him so much. I love him so much. I love him so much. The random jazzness of him in this episode. This character is hilarious because every time he comes in, he has to change his character slightly because he's played his character about 4 times due to bad DMs. And
he's adjusting to the circumstances and also being able to actually play him.
Yeah. I love him so much. I love that he's mute, and we've just made it canon that he has the most beautiful handwriting out of anyone because of his years of mute. He can also do it like rapidly, so he just has like typewriter fingers like and he's just so charming. But in this random change, he decided to kind of have like a jazziness to him. And we're just like, okay, man, we can still take this. He's Mr. Midnight Blue. I was just like, okay, yeah,
that is his code name. That is his code stage name.
Yep. Midnight Blue, and these are my stars. I kind of missed G2 because G2 was
That was
he was slightly more kawaii.
Yeah, it's because he needed to be to disrupt the steamrolling that was going on.
Yeah. God, he was super cute though. He was adorable. I like the jazziness, but I miss the cuteness. I'm a sucker for
Rosemary's
cute.
trying to trying to persuade there's no way to sugarcoat it. The slave driver, he's back there going like, jazz hands. Jazz hands for emphasis.
That was great. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God, I was just so sad that she was so mean in that one. So mean.
I know.
I don't like playing mean people. I don't want to be. It just happens. Well, Xiao, I feel like it's your turn to talk. My throat is starting to hurt from as much as I've talked.
Oh yeah. What do you want me to talk about?
I don't know. Use your words.
Use your words, not your fists.
I mean, I kind of want to just spend, like, the original plan was to spend, like, the largest amount of time on fantasy stuff, so if you can think of anything else with that.
Fantasy.
I mean,
no one probably read this, but there was this series called Zenda.
Nope.
Oh wow, I even looked it up and nothing shows up. Pretty sure I got it from Scholastic.
Does anyone remember the Scholastic Book Fair?
Yeah, I went to pick up my niece once during it.
There. I miss it. I get it, but I also feel like it's kind of sad that Scholastic is like, it's gonna be school exclusive. You can't buy book fair stuff outside of school unless you order it.
You got such good stuff. The only places to get that book fair stuff is at a Scholastic Book Fair or if you went to Comic-Con. And not like a con, but Comic-Con.
No, you can go to Book Fair. There's an actual con called Book Fair.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went there because there was Comic Book Garden.
Of course.
Actually, I met someone who was famous there that I really wanted to see, and that's why I went. I don't remember who it was, but I remember I went really early because I was like, oh, I need their autograph. Like, I need that. I need it.
Mm.
I don't remember who it was anymore. Definitely someone from like Marvel. That is all I remember. It was hot that day. I still had a mohawk.
You had a mohawk?
Yeah.
When did you have a mohawk?
Alright, so I found the book. Wonder it's like not available because it's came out in 2004. So it just like has a lot of photo editing to it, and I always thought the model for the main character was super pretty. The first book is called Zenda and the Gazing Ball, and I just thought it was really sweet because it had like fantasy, life lessons, and coming of age kind of merged together.
Aww.
And it's created by like 3 different people: John Amodeo, Ken Petty, and Cassandra Westwood. If anyone ever wants to look it up. But yeah, it's pretty adorable.
What's it about?
So I'll just read the journal. The journal. School library journal review. Zenda lives on Azure Blue, a planet where each youth receives a gazing ball that reveals his or her lifelong magical skill. She participates in a scheme to peek at hers before the ceremony, and it shatters. And because of that, like, she had to start collecting the pieces. And she figures out how to restore it and finds the first of the 13 crystal fragments. So she's just like a flawed heroine, but she's very likable, and she just like learns how to become a better person. It's very new agey, which is probably why I liked it.
So it sounds like Divergence hard captors Sakura.
Yeah, probably. It does have a little bit of that because it involves like the collecting aspect and then like the life lesson aspect and the friendships aspect.
I think we could be kinder to it than to compare it to the Divergent series, though.
I see the Divergence I mentioned for that aspect of like, this is where you go. This is your. I didn't read Divergence.
Harry Potter did it first. Harry Potter did it first.
Yeah, but I hear Divergence makes it sound like you don't want to go against it. Like you don't really have a choice. I think the Sorting Hat's more nice.
Yeah, the Sorting Hat is more nice. It also makes more sense and is more organic to the story. The Divergent series is just.
I don't know what happened in the series, but
I read it. I was too old to be able to enjoy it because I read it and I saw the mistakes. It's just like when I read Twilight the first time, I didn't see the problems, but when I reread it later in my life, it was like, this is a hot pile of trash.
Yes.
I was never at an age to where I could have read 50 Shades.
I know, right? Like beyond how bad some of the writing terms were, I was just like, Anna, you can't be a 20-something-year-old and not know how to check your email or Google stuff, okay?
Like, I know, what time period? All these, like, late 30s, 40s housewives writing 20-year-olds as if they don't know what they're doing. It's like, no, ma'am, she would know how to do this.
Stop. Like,
or in Twilight.
Even survive in the world without knowing how to do that.
No, in Twilight, a girl who was in high school in 2005 still had a Walkman. She had a fucking Walkman. I didn't even still have that, and my part of the South was still in the late 90s.
Yeah, that's wild. I feel like if anything, you just won't have anything, or at least that's how I was when I was growing up, because I was like, I know these things exist, but I'm so behind the times, I'll just have nothing.
Yeah, like
it's less embarrassing than having a Walkman.
Yeah, I remember the last time I ever had a Walkman anywhere in public was when I was taking it with me on a field trip in 2002. After that, I would literally hold my digital camera up and record songs that I wanted to listen to later, but until my parents finally got me an MP3 player, because I was one of those kids where they were weirdly against getting me. Well, I won't say they. One of them was weirdly against getting me certain things. Like, that's why I never had any kind of gaming system, and I got my Game Boy Advance only as a gift from family from another state. It's because they were weirdly against getting me anything electronic.
I cannot wait till this quarantine is over and you're going to play Aladdin time.
I won't have time when quarantine is over. I'll have to go to work.
You'll have some time. Not a lot of time.
Yeah, and the some time will be spent fulfilling Kickstarters and writing the next episode. You know, my job.
You will have 1 hour at least to play Aladdin. Just 1 hour. You have to play Aladdin.
1 little hour.
Yeah. It's great. I'm so happy that they re-released it. Everything's the same as Sega Genesis. It's super cool. It's still hard though. It's still I've rage quit like twice. I can't beat it.
She calls me randomly middle of the day to say I just rage quit this game.
It's a piece of trash.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't ever consider that as a perk of being homeschooled. Guys, look at the chat.
Oh yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's so sweet.
That never occurred to me as a perk of getting as filing as homeschool is you got access to Scholastic privately.
I feel like if I ever have a daughter, I would probably want to homeschool her. Not with this Common Core out there.
I I'd send my kids that I'm never gonna have to public school because everyone needs to experience that suffering to prepare themselves for the real world. But
Yeah,
I would
I
be
agree with
sitting
that
there
too.
like, yeah, it's like you're going to school, but you will also be watching this, and this YouTube channel and having a Skillshare account. Just like you're going to school, but you're also watching Crash Course.
Hey.
You will have a
All
home
right, Kyle,
curriculum.
here's the 5 foreign.
It's like
Here's the 5 foreign languages that you're gonna learn instead of going to that stupid prep school that I had to go to when I was your age.
Oh.
What did I learn from it? Nothing. Did I socialize there? No. Did I make any connections? No. I did get one of my jobs there, so maybe.
Are debatable. That's what we'll say.
Debatable.
It was debatable.
But most, you know.
Advantage is the word I was trying to stutter.
Yeah, a debatable advantage. Not at the schools that I went to, but at a similar type of school, because that was the only way how I knew how to handle working in that environment. Because I'm like, oh, I've seen these things before, and these things work well.
I miss grilled cheese from school.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do. That was my favorite lunch.
I miss the
My
chicken
memory
and
was summoned,
pastry.
and it was gross. What?
The chicken and pastry at my school was weirdly good. Like,
We
it was
didn't have
basically
that.
slop. It was like
How's that?
gluten goo with shreds of quote-unquote chicken in some kind of a
Chicken?
gravy paste. But it was good.
That sounds good in a way. Like it's the kind of food that doesn't look appetizing, but
Yeah.
because everything is just like so together.
Yeah,
there's
and
flavor.
it was also a lot better than some of the alternatives. And also when you're 16 years old and you need to consume all of the calories, because even though people usually only associate it with teenage boys, trust me, teenage girls are just as freaking hungry.
Yeah,
I ate more than my stepdad at dinners. It was nuts. I was constantly hungry. Like, I'd be hungry while eating.
It's just like a weird thing about food. You're just gonna consume, and that's kind of okay.
Yeah.
I did tell my brother, like, hey, you might want to be careful with that amount of sugar you're eating, though. And if you are a pubescent? Kind of?
Adolescent?
Boy. Pubescent. He's
Technically?
19, so that's like still puberty, but it's at the tail end of puberty. I think.
Well, I mean, you're not done growing until, like, 25, so yeah.
You mean I have hope until December? Not really.
Actually, Xiao, I think we're done.
No. You said 25. I have until December. Maybe I'll break a bone.
It's more like brain
And I'll
development
grow-
at that point.
You're probably right.
And come December, you will have maxed out your adulting potential. And then you have the last 5 years of your 20s. You have the last 5 years of your
It's all
20s to get
downhill.
your shit together before everything that's left is just part of you for the rest of your life.
You're right.
Don't say that.
It's okay, Jess.
That's what your
You're
20s
only
are
a little
for.
bit older than me.
It's like the comedy special I just watched. It's like, that's what your 20s are for. It's like your person. Just imagine your personality as this lake, right, or this pond. Like your 20s is the process of cleaning out that pond and just taking out the shit that you don't want in it, because your 30s is when that pond just freezes over, and that's just who you are now. So in your 20s, you're like, oh, codependency, don't need that. Oh, severe anxiety issues, let's take care of that. Because winter is coming, damn it, and you don't have time.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you off for a second
What?
because I'm noticing that everyone responded to the Aladdin game. It was amazing, and if you want to play it, PlayStation 4 is what I got the re-release for. So you can buy it, I think, on PSN. You can get it for the PS4, but I think that you should be able to get it for Xbox as well. It's a $25 game. definitely get it if you want to like have nothing to do but play Aladdin. You can also select what level of Aladdin you want to play in. You don't have to play through the whole game. So feel free to do that if you just want to try to beat Jafar. And if you fast forward through it, you get all the lives and items. So you'll be like maxed out to fight Jafar.
And because I know she will have wished for it, I don't think you can romance Jafar.
See, that's the problem. Whenever we get to that part where you have to like play the lottery, I keep stopping on Jafar because I'm like, oh yeah, it's Jafar, and then they're like, you lose. I'm like, but that's the only thing I want to click on. I know I need the lives, but it's Jafar.
Oh,
I know he's bad, but still like my favorite Disney villain.
I mean, he was a good villain. He was a great villain.
He has a great character design too. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah, he had the greatest colors.
Yep. I also like Jasmine's character design a lot. Aladdin, I think he's fine and he's cute, but I also feel like it's not as memorable as either of them.
Yeah.
Not enough shapes.
Well, he was a protagonist. He's going to be the most generic appearance.
That's true. But it doesn't have to be that.
It doesn't have to be, but it's also a Disney movie, so it's probably going to be.
Yeah.
Alibaba had the 40 things. Oh, it also comes with a Lion King if you get the game. It's a 2-pack. So you get Lion King and Aladdin. And I heard that Lion King's harder, and I was just like, oh, don't say that. How's it harder? I do remember not any of them as a child, but like it was insane when they said we got this game. All I remembered was like this specific level of Lion King where we had to like jump on the giraffe heads, and I was just like, oh no, the flashbacks. This was years ago. That's how you know that it's memorable. That you can remember a whole level.
Jess, why do I like drawing characters with scarves so much? Hello?
Because you're an edgelord.
Disconnected because I couldn't hear anyone.
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying? I was asking Jess. You were only gone for a second, so I heard. Where did you last hear? We can catch you up.
Oh, Jess was just starting to talk about stuff.
Oh, she was talking about the game. It's awesome, apparently.
Yeah, Super Chick agrees. Yeah. And your friend Pritchard is making fun of Jafar, and I'm just like, not gonna gratify that.
Toaster, don't make an enemy.
Because I love Jafar. I know he's a bad guy today, but he's my bad guy. I think he was just wronged. And we're not going to get into this argument because me and Casey get too passionate about it. So we're just going to leave it at that.
She means Casey starts yelling and she's sitting there, but I like him now. But I like him now.
I do like him. I like bad guys. I like Warp Dark Matter. I like Zerg. I like all the bad boys. I like Cedric.
We know. We know your type. We know.
Yeah, I think there was something wrong with the 90s. I mean, for gargoyles, I like Puck. I liked Owen specifically, and he turned into Puck. But he was still a bad guy. And it's a really odd character to like. I was just like, oh, you're a background character. I like you.
I think it's nice background character.
He was such a weird background character to like, though. Like, he only had, like, a couple of lines in the series. Like, he was important, but his purpose was kind of just to, like, do whatever Xanatos told him to do. Casey!
What?
Casey!
What?
Maybe draw someone from Gargoyles instead of drawing Vlad.
Well, I have more than just one empty space in the 6 fan art, so I can do both.
Oh my god. Who should she do? Should she do Goliath or should she do Brooklyn? I mean, I guess.
Oh!
Yeah.
Was it Brooklyn the red one?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah! I'm doing the Mohawk Gargoyle. He was my favorite.
Wait, he didn't have a mohawk. He had a mullet.
My 10-year-old brain read it as Mohawk. He was my favorite.
That was not a mohawk. That was a mullet. But he was great.
He was great.
Angsty boy. He was such an angsty boy.
Call me Brooklyn. I'm Broadway.
Does everything in the human world need a name? Like, does that river have a name? Yes, that's the Hudson River. Call me Hudson.
Just like, fuck it, I'm River. I'm the river now.
He was so upset with that. It was great. Oh, I miss that show. Bring it back. Don't just put it on Disney Plus. Make a new season. Do a reboot. You've been doing good reboots so far, Disney. Do a reboot.
Oh, what show is about to come back that I was excited about? Oh god. They're doing it on Disney Plus. It wasn't Gargoyles. It was animated. It was a big deal. What was it?
Who's Boston's favorite son?
What?
Pritchard mentioned Boston's favorite son. I don't know who that is. Is that a Carmen Sandiego reference? I think they're from Boston. I don't know.
Hold on, I have to find out what show is about to come to Disney Plus. I don't know who that is, Toaster.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the son from Carmen Sandiego.
I don't think so. He's probably...
It already happened. It already happened. Did you not watch the latest episode? I will send you a link, man. It already happened.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was great.
I heard about that. Tailspin and Rescue Rangers are joining DuckTales. I heard about that.
Did you hear it from me? Because I definitely yelled it at like 20 minutes ago.
Whenever you start talking about DuckTales, I tune you out because you're spoiling it. You're spoiling it, Jessica.
But you're not watching it, Casey.
All right, Toaster, I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm just going to say Steve Rogers, even though the character's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, no, I don't know who that is.
I didn't have I had 3 channels growing up. My only knowledge of cartoons is what I saw at my aunt's house when I stayed the night there sometimes.
You should... But DuckTales. I really like... So that...
What?
I can't say it because it's a spoiler. But the episode that Super Chick is talking about is really good because they had like an original song, I think, made for it. I don't know, like the sound, like they had a song number and it was really good. And it'll make you laugh. You should watch that episode. It's really good. Really, every episode of DuckTales is good. I don't think that there's even one bad episode of DuckTales. I can't sing the praises of DuckTales enough. It's really good.
I used to have the movie. The one where they had the genie. Of DuckTales?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was most of what I saw of it. Like, I definitely saw a bunch of episodes, but that's the one I saw all the time was the movie. Because I had it.
Oh, okay, so then you are gonna like a certain episode a lot more because they reference the movie a lot. Yeah. Watch DuckTales.
Okay, but you need to stop telling me about it because imagine the organic reaction that could have happened if I didn't know that was coming.
You're not gonna know which episode it is because they don't hint it at all.
No, but now I know it's an episode.
Have you not watched the thing? The
answer is no.
Okay, so yeah, I watched the interviews and stuff from Comic-Con where they were already saying all these things.
I didn't look all that stuff up because I know I'm going to get spoilers from it.
Yes, well, I did.
I'm still looking for this show. Where is this show? Come on.
Wait, is that JoJo?
No.
Uh,
I would not be excited about JoJo. I've never seen it.
because he said Jonathan, and I'm like, Joestar?
What?
I think you should try to draw one of the JoJo characters because they're fun to draw.
They are really fun to draw.
They're so fun to draw. Just one of the really dumb looking. Pick any of the really dumb looking ones and draw them.
Oh, Toaster, if you're talking about the person you posted in the Patreon server, I have no idea who that is. And continuing to make references to him, I'm not going to understand. It's not going to... I'm sorry. I am media illiterate. It's not happening.
Oh yeah, Animaniacs is getting a reboot. I did read that.
I'm not thinking about Animaniacs. I'm thinking of another
Oh
cartoon.
yeah, but Super Chick mentioned it, and I'm looking forward to it because I like one of the voice actors, and I used to love Animaniacs. I hope that the humor translates well.
I'm interested to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can make a show like Animaniacs anymore. I've not seen that kind of humor in a long time.
I think they could do it. It's going to be a lot more tamed, I would think, or they're going to have to like aim it towards adults because it's just jokes don't fly as they used to. Wait.
That's true.
Remember, the whole point of some of those jokes was that kids wouldn't get it, but their parents could watch it with them and get it.
Yeah.
I can't find it. I'm sad
Wait,
right now.
are you
It's gonna
serious?
bug me for days. It was a specific video that I watched that mentioned it, and I was excited.
Is it Proud Family?
Yes!
Okay. There you go.
That was it.
Yeah.
Of course it was, because I was just waiting, honestly, to find it.
Yes, that was the one that I'm thinking about. I was excited about that.
Yeah.
Because I want to go and rewatch the show now because I'm still catching up on all the stuff that I couldn't watch growing up. Because I only still got to see a couple episodes when I was growing up, and I just remember that I really, really liked it. Because while it was running, it was one of the things that like half of my class was watching and talking about. So every time I actually got to see something, I was like, I have something to talk about with my peers. Also, it was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good.
Who was your favorite character?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually kind of hard to pinpoint because, like, of course, by default, you like the main character. Like, Penny was pretty great, but I really,
Yeah.
I thought that the things that they did with, I thought the things that they did. I hate that I want to call her Zoe, but I don't remember if that's her name. But the little white girl.
Zoe. Yeah, it's Zoe.
Okay. I just thought there were a lot of really funny things that they did with her. Like, the episode where the Gross sisters, they're shaking down this duck, and they're like, hold it right there, Quacker! And she's like, what? What'd I do? She's like, not you, the duck. I don't know why, but that was just really funny to me.
My favorite character was Sugar Mama and Papi. I just love them. You remember Papi?
Oh god, yes, he looks like he's the grandpa that looks like the Joker. That's what I used to think whenever I saw him. I was like, why does he look like the Joker?
I loved him, and especially his laugh. That
yeah, but that was like so unsettling. I'm like, why? Do it again.
And he used to just be insulting Sugar Mama while
he was so mean.
I know, I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I was just like, Papi, you do you, man. You know what you want. And then there was that one episode. I don't know if you... And now I'm scared to mention it because everything. But there's this one episode where Papi is sent to a retirement home, and it's actually evil. and she has to, like, Sugar Mom has to rescue him, and she turns into like a ninja for the episode to rescue him. It was just really great. And then it, like, in that moment, he was, my love, and I remember she did something to ruin it. And I was just like, ah.
I think what I actually have to say is my favorite character was her dad. Like, I'm thinking about it now, I'm like, no, I loved everything with her dad. Just everything with her dad.
Mr. Proud. I mean, yeah, he was a great guy.
He was so great. He was trying so hard.
Oh god, what was his first name? Trudy was his wife. What's his name?
Oscar
Proud.
I think. I've seen so many different things. I might be mixing character names, but let me check.
No, it's Oscar. It's Oscar Proud.
Yeah.
100%. Oscar Proud, creator of Proud Snacks.
Yeah, I liked Oscar, and Trudy was pretty great because I remember every time they would reference the fact she was a vet, I'd be like, I want to do that because I still wanted to go to vet school.
You remember that the Martin Luther King episode, though? The really powerful episode.
Oh, you mean that one that got really heavy real fast?
Yup.
Yeah,
it went from 1 to 100 real quick.
Yep.
I really liked that episode, though. It was very. I think like they should still rerun that.
Definitely.
Anytime they can.
Definitely.
Anytime they can. It was powerful. It was engaging. It wasn't just like, oh, here's some historical facts. No, it was like, this is why it's important. And
yeah, a little bit more accessible than My Friend Martin, even though I recommend watching that as well.
Hey. Gotta thank Proud Family also for introducing us to the peanut butter jelly time.
Oh my god!
Is that where it came from?
It's where we all remember it.
It's where we heard it. Was that the episodes where they brought baby's kids in, or am I crossing wires?
Yes, no, that was it.
It was either the one where they brought baby's kids in, or where they brought Dejanay's siblings in.
They were both the same thing.
They were?
Yes. Dejanay's siblings were baby's kids.
Oh! I was remembering them as two different groups of kids.
No, that was the funny thing, is that they were kids.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie though, that episode made me hate Dejanay. I was like, that is so uncool. You legit just ditched your friend.
All I remember from that episode is peanut butter jelly time.
No, the premise of that episode was that Dejanay ditched Penny.
No, I remember what happened, I'm trying to remember the scene and how I felt, but all I remember is peanut butter jelly time.
Oh yeah, I mean, because that was the most important moment. It was
like, I literally remember the day I saw it, and the next time I was in school, my class, everybody was just saying it. I'm like, I can understand the reference.
Yeah, because that was the only thing that could temporarily stun Dejanay's siblings, was playing "It's Peanut Butter Jelly Time."
And it's like this Maple Story thingy, and my brother was like a big fan of it.
Code Geass? Code Geass?
No, like it was like a YouTube story video.
Chai just knocked my mic off the table. Bad kitty.
Chai, no! Bad kitty!
He's the little tiny box that the mic came in is sitting on the desk, and he's trying to get in it, but it is the size of his chest. So he's just like slightly leaning into it. Like he's trying to liquid himself into the box, and it's... What are cats?
Mean.
Yes. That is a fact. That is a true fact there.
Yep. What was the show you were mentioning, Xiao, before she interrupted you?
Do you mean before my cat knocked the mic off the table?
It wasn't a show. It was like a YouTube video. I remember using like MapleStory sprites, and my brother would just like watch the heck out of it.
That was a whole thing back in the day, yeah.
Back in the
Yeah.
day.
I thought he was like pretty smart because he was able to like
Back in the
animate
day
with
before the
MapleStory.
now times when we could still go outside after school.
Oh yeah, can't wait to tell my grandkids like, you know, back in grandma's day. I probably won't have grandkids. If I do have a daughter, I feel like she's gonna be chocolate. I'm already coming up with a backstory of someone who doesn't exist yet. This is what baby fever does to you guys.
That was such a weird thing to mention, Xiao, but okay.
Xiao, are you okay?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have too many fictional problems to think about my actual problems at the moment.
Xiao,
That's
don't
good.
ask.
Though. I'm not gonna ask, but I'll just say that's good though. That's nice, dear.
Yes. Yes. I'm dealing with them one at a time. It's fine.
One day at a time. It's a good show. The remake.
That's a show?
Never mind. Yeah. It's on Netflix. Opening my link so that my friends can visit me on Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing? How's that
Animal
going?
Crossing.
I still don't have a Switch.
It's fun. I used our last check for bad priorities.
Xiao, no! Chai, are you getting in the
But-
box? Sorry, he was trying the muffin approach of getting all of his feet in there and trying to sit.
He's
it was
literally
very
doing
funny.
the baby box.
He's trying so hard. Give me that. Here, if I put it on the floor,
That's-
he's not gonna...
That's adorable. Oh, baby.
He knocked the mic over again.
All right, friendos. It is now 4 o'clock. I must head out.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
I should
Farewell.
probably...
Bye.
Bye, Jess.
bye, Jess. Have a good day.
Yay.
Alright, Xiao, I'm probably going to linger for an extra 15-20 minutes to try and get some more of Rosemary done. You're welcome to stay.
I'm staying.
Cool! I'm not alone!
You're not alone.
I just had to stop for a sec and put the box on the floor to try and see if he would go play with it on the floor. So far, it seems to be working. But yeah, no, he was just like determinedly trying to get in the box. And it's literally this I'm sorry. Xiao, it's the size of one of those tiny kid-sized pastel boxes. The crepa.
Oh my gosh.
He was trying to sit in
Really?
it. He was trying to sit in it.
That's so funny.
Like, he kept trying to lean into it, and then at one point he had all 4 paws in it and, like, was doing the teeny tiny balance stand and was trying to lower himself in. Like, here, I'll draw it in the middle of the screen real quick right here.
Yes.
He had all 4 legs just in there. And was trying to sit.
Am I behind?
The video's gonna take a moment for you to be able to see it after what I've said.
Somehow, like, it back scrolled and
You should be seeing it now.
No, give me a sec. I see. Chai, such a silly boy. I love him. Little brown creamsicle. And his tail.
Yeah.
So stupid. He's like, but I'm a baby. I
He's
should
like,
fit in this box.
but I'm a muffin.
Oh my gosh, I can buy the gay umbrella. Rainbow umbrella, at last we meet.
Yay!
I'm gonna buy 2 of them. Animal Crossing has not helped with my shopping addiction at all. But it's not like I can buy anything in the real world, so it's fine.
Yeah. I kept, like, literally, all yesterday I was sitting there thinking of things like, oh, what can I do? I want to go to here. No, I can't. It's closed. I want to go eat here. No, I can't. It's closed. And every time I think of a new thing to do, it's like I've been caught in a loop.
It's closed.
Of only wanting to do things that are closed.
Yeah.
This has never happened to me before. Usually, on a normal day, everything I want to do, I can still do right now.
Yeah. It sucks, but it'll be okay. Maybe.
Potentially.
Potentially. How's your webtoon been?
It has been good. Kickstarter was successful. Woot woot.
Nice.
I am just
Woot
waiting
woot.
for the processing to be finished and working on the last couple of those polished up pages. And then I'm gonna
That's good.
get to work on the real fun process that is printing the damn thing.
Yay.
Yee.
Yay.
Yee.
I was beginning to consider now's the time for me to start a webtoon.
I mean, there's no better
work on-
time. You should at least get all your concept art and shit done.
Yeah. That's true. Because I have to redo my comic from like a bunch of years ago just to change the style and update. Oh, my poor baby. So there's an owl in the game who like runs a museum, and that's also what's been soothing me. It feels like the Museum of Natural History mixed with the Botanical Garden.
Aw, I wanna
Like
go.
based on this, like the sound design is so good. Maybe you can watch a let's play of like a museum tour, and it'll kind of feel the same.
Yeah.
But he hates bugs, so he wants you to donate bugs, fossils, or fish. But every time you give him a bug, he just like freaks out, and I'm like, oh, poor baby. But we need to do it for the museum,
For science!
for science. And he'll always offer like, do you want me to talk more about this? And if you say yes, he'll be like, oh, I see. Okay, so here's the things. And he'll explain it, and it's like, it's so funny. Tarantulas have barbed belly hair. I say again, barbed belly hair. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I
He's
think
so scared,
He's having
but
some.
it's funny.
He's having some problems. Somebody help him. Help him. Help the poor burb.
Help the poor baby. And then he says like, and though butter the bane of my existence, rest assured the wretched thing will get the best of care here.
Aww.
Okay, that's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. He's a sweet boy.
Chai, no, get down. Get down. Get down. Good boy. I'm trying to do her hair more fwoof, but I don't know what is enough fwoof.
What is food? Oh, that's one of my friends is also gonna try to join the stream before it ends.
They have 5 minutes. No. Yeah, 5 minutes.
This is so pretty. 5 minutes. No rush. Oh my gosh, it's just like my umbrella. I love it. It's so rainbow. Oh, okay. She said she'll join another time. That's nice though.
Monday, Wednesday,
I can
Friday.
also
At least I'm trying. Haven't been doing it
Wednesday
late.
or
Yeah, I'm trying to
Friday.
do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but this past week I've just been catatonic.
Yeah, that's a lot of streaming. Maybe if it's like a shorter stream, that might be nice to do. But it's up to you. I just have
Yeah,
to know and then I can join.
yeah. Like maybe I might cut it to just 2 of those 3 days because I also want to do like patron only streams. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think that's
we'll see how this week goes, and then I'll pick based on that. It's just a matter of I have so much time and I'm lonely. So
uh
yeah. All right.
Does it not take that long to do your comic? Because I always thought those take a long time.
It
Or
depends
it
on
takes
which
me a
one I'm
long time.
working on, and I can always stream comic process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so it's like chatting while you work. Oh my gosh, I got an orchid mantis, but I scared it away. I want
No.
to catch one. It's so pretty and pink. That's why I want one.
Mm. I've got that "Whistle While You Work" song from Snow White stuck in my head.
Oh yeah, I remember watching Snow White and I was so impressed with the art, but I feel like as far as the older movies go, I think Cinderella might be the coolest heroine.
Yeah,
She actually had a
Go ahead.
she, she very much had a backbone.
She endured a lot.
Yes. So much. So much endurance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, looks good. Hi.
All right. We're gonna add some color to these babes.
Yes.
Yee.
Oh, this is cool. I
What?
like seeing how people do their coloring because I have a very specific method that I don't even know if it's that efficient.
Yeah, what I tend to do is I hard select like the gap once I get a color in there. This is a fairly easy
Mm-hmm.
form because they're all kind of blocking off the. There's no extra spaces down here. But for most of the time, once I get like a color done in there, I'll take the selection and of the color itself, shrink it a little bit, make sure that I don't have any like pixels that are gonna peek out from behind the line art.
Yeah, that's always my nightmare.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Oh, that's good. That's kind of like masking, but in a more
More direct.
yeah, it's like more I don't know what's the word. It feels more like traditional art kind of masking. Because whenever people do masking, I'm like, I am so lost. I understand why it's important, but I just haven't figured it out yet enough to regularly use it.
Yeah. Like theoretically, I know how to use masking digitally, but and I've done
Mm-hmm.
it for visual assets, but when it comes to digital art, I don't quite yet know how to incorporate.
Yeah, like what you did just now, that's kind of what I do, but only if it's like very specific, like I want to put a texture or something. I might start stealing this technique when I need.
Yeah, I just start with like I get establish a flat color layer and then I just start going in and lassoing section by section.
Yeah, I do that too because I kind of like the flatting method. I
Yeah.
think it helps prevent those weird gaps, and
Yeah, and
apparently it helps with print.
Yeah, and it keeps things consistent when you go from different lighting between, like, at least when comics with different pages, the character has the same basic color, so it's more cohesive when you're going for different settings. There's not like a big change in the way that they actually look in a scene.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I used to think like I should be really good at color and know which colors to pick immediately, but that's pretty hard.
It's mostly trial and error for me half the time, most of the time.
Yeah.
Once I get a good palette down, I try and save it. Sometimes, though, I forget, and for one character, I'll spend like a year and a half just reopening the one page I drew them on originally to pull the colors that I need for the next panel that I'm doing them in.
Oh yeah. One of my friends, she would make a layer and save a palette that way. That way, it's like easier to access.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll be helpful. It's just like extra prep work. I really admire people who have like the organization of palette and prep work before they do the like while they present the piece and also during piece.
Yeah, I aspire to that level of preparedness. I'm hoping to get closer to it for episode 3 of Saints Quarter, but I don't know. It starts in May.
Oh boy, that's soon.
It's soon.
You got this. You got this. You got this. Yeah, Casey, you need to get a Switch, and we can all play together.
Maybe someday.
Even your friends have cats. Feels like everyone in the world has cats.
Cats are the
Where are my
superior
dog people?
introvert pet.
Where are my dog people? When can I pet the puppers? When?
They're out walking their dog. They don't have time to sit on a stream. They have to walk their dog like 15 times a day. I love dogs, by the way, so no one at me. I just don't have dog energy or the discipline to have dog routine because people always like characterize dog people like dog parents as the most outgoing and stuff, but they're actually the most strictly scheduled because if you're late home to your cat, they'll be mad at you for feeding them a couple hours later, but if you're late home to your dog, it is shit on the carpet.
Yeah, that's true. Gotta treat your dog well.
Yeah.
But in a way, it could also be the ultimate introvert pet because you can use your dog as an excuse to get out of anything social.
That is true.
Partying.
I mean, I already used
Nope,
Kai
gotta-
for that. I'd be like, I have a cat. I have to go feed him. He has been a small baby.
I have a child.
I have a child.
I have a child, so I will politely. Oh, my plant children.
I meant to do like a series of sketches today. Instead, I did a full color image. Xiao, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Did you not hear me?
No, you. I think you faded out somewhere around plant children. I thought you were saying that you needed to get up for a second.
Oh no, I said my plant children aren't doing so well.
Aww. What's wrong?
They're turning a little brown and yellow, and I'm like, is it because I give you not enough sunlight?
Oh,
Too much
no.
water? Not enough water? Fertilizer? Amazon was suspicious after all.
Don't you
I
do
can
it,
always blame
Chang.
the.
Don't you get on that keyboard. He's up on the desk again.
Chai BB, why?
He's
He wants to be near
currently...
mom.
He does. He's currently sliding my Tombow pens across the desk.
Sir, this is not how you paint. Oh, there was this really cute Instagram video I saw of a person's chameleon, and she gave him the brush, and he actually painted on her paper, and it was really cute. And then she
Aww.
finished the paint. So it was a team effort.
Aww.
And in those job videos where they put, like the stupid text, and he was like, "Our artwork, it me. I'm the genius. I did most of it." It's so cute. Oops. Okay, so seems like it's not humid enough for them. But it's so humid for me.
Oh
Or it feels humid because it's hot,
no.
but I guess it's not humid because my skin is like peeling, cracking, so maybe it's actually. They're the slowest growing houseplants. It may take decades for them to reach a meter. Oh no, he's already little babies. I guess I'll never have to worry about. I guess I'll never have to worry about them becoming big babies because they're so little.
I couldn't have plants. I have a cat. He'd eat them.
Yeah, yeah, he probably would.
Yeah.
He seems like a vegetation boy.
Oh yeah. He eats tomato sauce. I turned around and he
Oh.
was eating the marinara sauce out of my pizza. I had one of those little marinara sauce dippers, and I left for 2 seconds. I came back, and he was sitting there like yum 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 yum, chowing down. He wasn't
That's
like
funny.
just tasting either. He was in it. Like he got it up in between his eyes.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
He's like, testy?
It's like, well, you are my son, but get the hell out of my food.
Exactly.
It's like, oregano.
It's funny because I thought like cats would not like acidic foods.
You would think so. I don't understand him. Also, he plays fetch and likes to wrestle, like physically, like if you have dog people, you know what I mean. It's like you playing with the dog is basically a full body activity. My cat is a full body play animal. He will not take you just sitting there and playing with a string. He wants you to be chasing him around the house and grabbing him and holding him down and wrestling with him so he can chew on your arm.
Well,
Granted, it gets me out of my desk chair, but Xiao? Xiao? Xiao, if you can hear me, I think your signal disconnected and you need to disconnect and reconnect. It's amazing how this keeps happening lately. I think it's because everybody's using Discord. you back?
I'm back.
You're back.
Did you hear what I said about the lizard? I probably
No.
disappeared.
Yeah, you disappeared in there.
Okay. Because I was like, oh, Casey's really quiet. Let me check out what's here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just talking about, like, the comments, and I don't think I can be committed enough to own a turtle because they live longer than I can. A lizard, chunky boys, scaly boys and girls. I see these bearded dragons and I'm like, they're so chunk and spiky. I like
You're
them.
adorable.
They're so cute. I don't think I can feed them though.
No.
Too much. Wriggling around critters.
That can't do anything
Oh,
with six-legged food involved.
yeah, it's a bit much. Only if your food is not alive, maybe. I know, like, some people who have snakes, and I like the concept of snakes being, like, called noodle boys, but I don't know if I can do snakes either. I might admire the snake from afar.
I love snakes. I don't think
You love snakes?
Yeah, I love snakes. I also don't know if I could own one, but I love snakes.
Oh, that's cool.
I think
I
I
grew
started.
up, like,
Go ahead.
hmm?
I was gonna...
I was gonna say I grew up with people who, I mean, like my family already are not pet. I feel like owning pets that aren't furry will freak them out, or maybe that's the reason to get.
It's all in the motivation. It's like, what is the reason you're getting this pet? To mess with your family? Is that just a perk? Or do you actually want visitors? I don't understand you if you do, but...
No, it's absolutely should not ever be like that. Should be because you care about your pet, and then
Well,
the perk
yeah.
is not having your family come over
Yeah, it's just
because you have that thing.
the danger noodle.
Danger noodle. When in actuality, the noodle is the safest non-danger ever.
Yeah. I think I started getting a little obsessed with snakes because my grandmother was so afraid of them. Like she was deathly afraid of snakes. Like she would freak out.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
I made it my life mission to help her get better about that, especially after she moved to the rural South where we had a few snakes in the yard regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly chicken eaters, which are basically just bigger, darker garter snakes, but
Oh wow.
a few danger noodles around here and there. There was also water moccasins and cottonmouth, same thing. Water moccasins and copperheads, and the occasional rattlesnake, which are not good. You should definitely be afraid of those, but
Yes.
most of the time they were not dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just got like obsessed with them through trying to. My child brain thought that it was my mission in life to cure her fear.
Oh yeah.
I mildly
Sounds
regret
like
it now. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like a PC thing.
Yeah. Just shallow here. Yeah, that sounds like you. Like, I mildly feel bad for it now because, like, I know better to let people just be scared. Because I get it
Yeah.
now in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I was helping.
Yeah.
And
You were trying your best.
Yeah, I also got to learn a lot of cool things about snakes and pet a snake. And get her to act. I actually got her to pet a snake, and she admitted, she's like, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Then she was like, it felt like a nice purse, and it was suddenly the moment was ruined.
Oh yeah, that's like but grandma, no.
Wrong conclusion.
It felt like a nice purse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like snakeskin pattern things. That freaks me out more.
Snakeskin pattern? No. Snakeskin itself? On a snake, it feels good.
Oh.
Like, it actually legitimately feels good. It's smooth. It's like this. It's like that soft kind of sleek, smooth feeling.
Oh, that sounds nice actually. And it's like a
Yeah.
little cold, which is nice too.
Yeah. Here we go. Chai, what you doing? He's running around me right now. He wants attention so bad.
Oh,
It's
poor
because he
Dicky.
has an hour and a half until dinner, so obviously I have to pay him all the attention right now.
It's like if I can't have food, I want attention.
To give me
Attention.
love.
Love me, love me.
Say that you want me. Jessica, if you're out there, your base colors are impossible to interpret.
They're pastel-y,
Yes, very.
and it's in a very warm, like rosy palette.
Yeah, and she's got all the lighting effects in here, which is making it a little more difficult to isolate something
Yeah, it's
closer.
the lighting.
Okay, so we're gonna go with green. I don't want 15 different shades of green, so we're gonna do it simple. I forgot the beads, but that's fine. It's fine. And horns. There. I'm actually really proud of how this came out.
Hey.
Look, it's the nerd squad. Mini comics of their antics to come soon, eventually. I'll do sketches.
Yep.
There are so many role plays that I've done over the years that both in and out of D&D and other games and projects that I want a comic so bad because some of them, if when edited down, are like legitimately, I think, pretty good stories.
Yeah, I feel like with roleplay you can come up with really good stories. It's kind of like improv.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that wild energy to come up with something.
Yeah, a lot of the dialogue and interaction starts, it just crackles a bit more sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You get some
Crackles.
really, it's easier to get some of that really nice animated interaction between characters.
Yeah.
I don't know how sensitive my mic is, but I feel bad that you probably can't hear Chai doing his little mumble noises at me right now.
Oh, that's okay.
He's
I'm
doing
glad you can't hear the fornicating sounds. They're so annoying. I absolutely do not support shooting birds, but I got pretty close to the emotional feel of why you might want to do it.
Aw, why?
They fornicate so hard.
Oh,
The screech is unbearable. I'm glad you can't hear any of it.
so everybody, all the birds outside going, hey, who wants a piece of this? Hey, you, get off my branch. Well, Thomas Sanders had the best vines. Huh. What would you play, Xiao? Like, do you know anything at all about D&D?
Nope.
Hmm. Not even by like osmosis. Have you watched Stranger Things?
Nope.
Oh.
I know I'm freaking everyone.
I would recommend it. I mean, you have time. You don't have to, but I recommend it.
Yeah, I get it. I feel like all the recommendations are good things. It's just like I guess that old age thing has set in sometimes, and sometimes I'm like, do I really want to start something new, or do I want to watch the same thing I've been watching?
I feel that, and I actually found something recently where that's actually the thing is it's especially in times right now, it's probably more likely
Yeah,
unless you're in a state of looking for stimulation or entertainment is it's because you're basically you're just overwhelmed and your brain is like I cannot process any more information. So no matter how much you might
yeah,
want to start something new, it's like at least for me it's like it hurts. It hurts to think
yeah,
about it. It hurts to try.
yeah.
Like I keep wanting to start some pretty intense shows and stuff that I've been wanting to watch, but like I just stare at the tile on the TV and I'm like, I don't want to do it right now. Don't do it, Chai. He sees my cursor moving around the screen and wants to get on the laptop.
Chai.
Yeah, the
No.
hungrier he gets, the more misbehavior he does.
Yeah.
He is so bad in the morning. He is so bad in the morning. I wanted to turn him into a little spicy orange hat this morning.
Oh no, a spicy orange hat.
Yeah, like I was I was exhausted, and he kept waking me up. It was like 4:30, and he was waking me up like it's breakfast. I'm like, no, it's not.
No,
It's
it's
not.
not. Shelby.
You've never had breakfast this early.
It's like, but I'm hungry, Mom.
And it's because he starts jumping up on all the things he usually doesn't get on because he knows he's not allowed, and knocking things off of them. And so I have to keep getting up and getting him off, or reaching to grab the spray bottle and spraying him to the point where I'm sitting here like my chest hurts, but I want to sleep.
Oh,
Stress. It's like I love him, but stress.
wow, my stonks are terrible.
What you drawn?
So there's these turnips in the game that you can only buy during specific hours on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and you try to sell them for higher, and those are the it's like simulating stocks in real life but simplified. So you have to like either find other people's islands who sell for more, or like join groups, or you just like risk them rotting or selling them for terrible prices.
Hmm.
Hello?
Hello? Sorry, I was
Oh,
concentrating on trying to get all the color around her horns. Oh my goodness, am I almost done? Am I almost done? It is true. It is. It's as complete as it's gonna get. Check it out. It's the squad.
ooh, it's coming together.
Thank you. Thank you,
I
Enerchick,
like
for
her
reminding
hair.
me to save the
Oh,
work. It's so foofy.
save, save the work.
Oh, okay, so that's saving. It is complete. The idiots have been drawn. I would. They're not doing great right now. They're trying, though. Held hostage by book, however, is a sentence that would apply. It's great. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna call it today. I got a whole drawing done. I got to do some Durgans.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. They look good.
Thank you.
And it was a fun stream.
Yeah. We managed to actually keep conversation going through the majority of it. Before we all just got super tired. Just tired. Tired of everything. Tired of life. That's it for today. Yeah, so the Kickstarter was successful. If you still go to the Kickstarter.com link, you can still follow the project.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting on monies to be processed is all. Again, we were joined today by JGlinski. You can find her at Glinski, that's GLINSKI 007 on all of the bullshits. Xiao, have a sign out?
I will be at ArtofXiao on everything. I do have a coffee if anyone wants to donate to my coffee. Or
get her a coffee.
You can also shout at me on Instagram telling me to post content on my coffee before you give me any money. That's a good motivator.
All right.
And if you want to donate to me directly, I am on Venmo, but a different thing. So just message me on Instagram first, because I don't share Venmo with anybody.
Alrighty.
Thank you all for tuning in and have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy Friday. Wash your hands. Stay inside.
Yep. If you run out of bread, just eat crackers. Or learn to bake.
One of your neighbors is probably making it. Just ask them to set it in the middle of the hallway for you and keep 6 feet distance.
And you don't even need to make sourdough, okay? You can make a lot of other bread with not sourdough starter.
Okay. Goodbye.